Well, I guess there is still hope for the average Joe to find someone and love him for who he is and not for how he looks. These anime are a clear testimony of it if you ignore the fact that they're not real and just a cartoon. This is why for today we will be talking about the top 10 anime where ugly main characters are picking up beautiful girls. So before we begin, be sure to hit the subscribe button and press on that bell icon and set us all to be notified about all our latest new videos. And as always, beware of the following spoilers. Coming in at number 10 is Val Love. So, 9 half-naked Valkyries living with an ugly guy with a scar on his face, who also happens to power up by being horny? Well, I've seen worse. The show has no plot whatsoever. So, if you're looking for one, then good luck, cause you will keep looking for days in vain. However, if you're here to watch Valkyries getting turned on and wearing half-nude outfits and fighting monsters in suggestive scenes, then this show is, without a doubt, what you're looking for. Coming in at number 9 is My First Girlfriend is a Gal. He is your average loser in class, and all he can think about is girls, along with his 3 other friends, thinking the same thing. Everyone in the school is dating all but them. So they resort to the next best thing, sleazy magazines. Of course. And that is when our main character is caught with one of these said sleazy magazines, and it just so happens to be by the coolest girl in school who becomes his girlfriend. FYI. The whole show is about girls fawning over him ever since he scored his sexy girlfriend, trying to prove that he isn't faithful and just wants to have fun with her body. That's practically the whole show. And also the fact that she dates him first out of pity, but then eventually starts to have real emotions for him. It's getting saucy in here. Coming in at number 8 is OJISAN in MARSHMALLOW. He is just an ordinary office worker, except that he has an obsession with marshmallows, and his colleague Iori Wakabayashi uses that to her advantage completely. She teases him, buys his favorite brand and eats it in front of him, all that just to gain a glimpse of his attention since she is utterly, hopelessly in love with him. He isn't that much of a looker, but she still fell for him, and can't get him out of her heart and mind, especially since he himself looks like a marshmallow and is fluffy like it. However, he is such an idiot he just doesn't see her advances as love and sees them more as challenging him and teasing him. Will he realize her true feelings anytime soon? Beats me if I know. The only way to find out is by watching the series. Coming in at number 7 is To Be Hero. This anime is all about the slapstick humor and sexual innuendos. The main character in the show starts off as a sexy playboy that spends his time with women, neglecting his responsibilities as a single father. He is then sucked into the bathroom seat and gains superpowers somehow, but in return, he becomes an ugly fat guy that his daughter doesn't even recognize. The whole idea of the show is a joke in on itself, really. He is now trying to regain his old life as well as the love of his daughter. Coming in at number 6 is Skeleton Knight in Another World. Imagine Brooke from One Piece and Momonga from Overlord got married, and somehow these 2 skeletons had a child. This child is Ark. This character was isekai'd from his game into a new world that granted him the powers of almost all classes from his game. In this unfamiliar world, he is an advanced paladin knight class who cursed his own character with a skeletal body as part of his character lore. He never takes off his armor except in the presence of those he trusts. Ark is such a funny and lively character, and the show is more than worth watching. On his journey, he manages to save a princess, gaining her favor, and then recruits an elf royalty to his cause, becoming allies, trying to uncover a huge conspiracy and a chain of slave traders hiding in plain sight. Coming in at number 5 is ACCEL World. This anime is kinda complicated with the brain burst thing and acceleration, however, I'll try to explain it as easily as I can. In this anime, the main character is a fat boy that is always bullied and treated harshly by his classmates. His only solace in life is the virtual squash game he plays to release some of the stress he is under. One day, after logging into his account, he finds that someone broke his highest score ever in the game. This someone is the beautiful, gorgeous Vice President Kuroyuki Hime, who introduces him to the world of ACCEL World, and as such, he creates his own avatar. Over the course of the anime, he battles the kings along with Kuro, and what started as a common goal ends as mutual love between the two. Coming in at number 4 is Angel Densetsu. This guy's face scares the hell out of the manliest men you have ever seen. And his voice isn't any better either. The poor man, though, is such a kind, caring man. However, due to his looks, people keep misunderstanding him. Even delinquents, when seeing him, they shit their pants and run in fear. And don't get me started on that squeaking voice of his when he runs towards someone. However, this did not stop him from winning the heart of the girl. Sadly, this OVA is only 2 episodes and the rest is from the manga. However, I gotta tell you, it is really worth the watch, and it's even more worth reading it. It's very funny, especially when you imagine his voice while reading the manga. Coming in at number 3 is Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy. This anime was released in 2021, and I mentioned it in one of my older top 2021 anime videos, and you can check it out if you want. Link is in the description down below. The main character is isekai to a new world, and instead of being granted a power and ability like a hero, the goddess throws him in the middle of nowhere, descending him from the sky to an imminent death just because she found him ugly. Ouch. Thanks to Tsukuyomi's intervention though, he survives and gets to fight a dragon and another spider who both turn into hot ladies that serve under his command, doing whatever he asks of them. The first season ended off on a cliffhanger, and I can't wait for season 2 to be announced. Coming in at number 2 is Uncle from Another World. OJISAN Yosuke Shibakaze has been comatose for the last 17 years with no hopes of ever waking up. Until he did. Upon waking up, he reveals that he was in a world called Gran Bahamon, where they speak foreign tongues, and of course, they think he just went mad and is rambling because of the coma. Until he shows his nephew that he truly does have powers and skills. He is blessed with many abilities and magical powers. 17 years is quite a long time, and OJISAN missed a lot of things in his life. Technology, the console wars, a plethora of anime and manga, phones, and so much more. While they enjoyed watching the adventures of OJISAN recorded in the other world and how the elf girl was actually a tsundere that truly liked him and wasn't someone that threatened him or teased him, he actually looks like wet concrete and a pervert, yet he somehow managed to gain the love of many women. How the hell did he even do that? Teach me your ways, OJISAN. Teach me! And number 1 goes to My Love Story. Love. Love can be found anywhere as long as you look well enough. And sometimes, this love drops right into your lap, waiting for you to grab it. Takeo is a very big, buff guy, and not to mention muscular. Don't be fooled with his looks though. No matter how scary he looks, he is actually a very caring and nice person that is willing to put his life on the line for the sake of his friends even. He has only one handsome friend that he had since childhood, and they are always together. One day he saves Yamato from being molested on the train, and just like that he falls in love with her. Though he doubts that her feelings are directed towards his more handsome friend, he has to make sure and find out. This show is quite wholesome and funny as well. I recommend you guys check it out. And with that, we conclude our list for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed these entrees. Let me know down in the comments if you watched any of these shows or are planning on it. And remember to put a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.